Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Tuesday, the 28th of February. Well, first a quick recap. Well, it was a cracking start. We had a 40 to 1 place. Unfortunately, we only managed to get one more with it, and because I didn't take the price, it didn't drift. It was backed in from, I think it touched, I'm not sure, it could have been 11 to 1, but it was definitely around 7 or 8 for quite a while. But then it was back to, I think it was back right into 4 to 1 in the end. Well, it came to win the race, but obviously with the type of bet I had, well, it didn't matter if it won the race or not. We just needed to come place to bigger prize. However, unfortunately, none of the other two could get placed. The was it Fosson's Lass? Or Fosson's Loss, I think it was. Ran well for a very long way. It just weakened when it came into the straight. Ran a decent race, but weakened quite tamely. And then Starjick, today wasn't the day. How they rode it, once it was like encouraged forward and then a little bit wide, I just knew today wasn't the day, even halfway around. So on the day, it looks like we've lost about 30 pence. So I can settle for that. We just need a winning day. So a 2 weeks ago, I titled a video called Something Fishy. Well, could this be Something Fishy 2.0? Once again, it's that man, Patrick Neville. He's got runners at Catterick again. Well, I've gone for all four of them. One I really like the look of. The other one, I think it's got a decent chance because it got messed around with on its. I think it was a 3-runner race, and then the other two. I'll be honest, I don't fancy that strongly, but I couldn't let them pass just in case he has a decent day again. And they are fancied horses. As you'll see, I've generally taken the prices. Well, I'll say generally taken the prices. You'll see about the last one in a second. So let's get straight into it. So I've gone for the first section of the bet. These are the four same horses all the time. So the first bets are 75p win doubles. The first selection is FISHY. I've left the price in the 215 at Catterick. There's definitely question marks over the other two. The favourite, Mortlad, I think it is, it never convinced me last time, even though I tipped it as a winner. It was the other Sunday, and I think it is vulnerable. It wasn't quite convincing in the end, but he had to get after it, and yeah, I think it's beatable. The second horse in that race is Staghorn. Well, it's the first time over fences, and as I've learnt the hard way, it is always normally best to have one with a bit of experience. So that's the reason why I can avoid Staghorn. If it can jump well, it's got every chance, and it's a more likeliest winner if it can jump well. But I'm going for the outsider, which is a Patrick Neville horse, and it's FISHY. It's known for its decent jumping, and if it goes to the front, because that Mortlag might not want to lead, there's a good chance that Staghorn might want to lead, but he might not want to lead because it's his debut over the chase fences. So if that FISHY goes straight to the front and can dictate the pace, I think it could be. I think it's got every chance. It's got plenty to find on the ratings, but a decent jumper and stays a distance. I think it can ask question marks or ask questions over the other two. So the second selection is Cavernous Cross at 72 in the 245 at Catterick. The third selection and the next best is Beauty to Behold at 130 in the 345 at Catterick. This, I believe, the race was set up for the outside a lot in the race where it came third. Well, at one point, this horse was favourite. It was like vying with the other horse for favouritism, and the other horse that I selected in the morning was 25 to 1. Well, it returned nines. So, but this Beauty and Behold, it was held up last, and then it shot through and took the early leader on, which basically set the race up for my outsider on that particular day. Well, I don't think that day for this horse was last time. I think they've kind of set it up for this time. It was over 3 mile, and I think it's kind of proof that it's got a fair amount of speed by the bit of acceleration or the pace setting it did halfway round its 3 mile trips. It's now back to 1 mile 7.5 furlong, and I think it's capable of much more. And I do think it's an extremely poor race. And I think it's rated 86 in the Racing Post rating. Well, bear that in mind, that it actually did a really quick sectional in the middle part of the race in that last, and it still stayed on okay. So that's the third selection. And the final one is Fiston de Mou at 11 to 4 in the 4:15 at Catterick. So far there's 75p win doubles, 50p win trebles, 25p win fourfolds, and I've had 2 singles. I've had £4 on Fasane and £1.95 on Beauty to Behold. So I think that's £12.17 total. If Fasane wins, it should pay for the day. So the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.